Another episode of the Sledging Room. Saurabh and Kingshuk with me. Can't get, any more interesting than this in the world of cricket. Across the border, the superstar cricketer, the greatest to have played the sport, has been dropped, rested, or whatever you want to call it. Babar Azam is not going to be part of the second and third tests against England at home. Along with him, Naseem Shah and Shaheen Afridi and Sarfaraz Khan, who has been consistently playing cricket in the last 6 months, he has played some 150 matches. He has been dropped. The circus is, not ending. When you thought that Babar stepping down from limited overs captaincy before the test series would bring some calm, would bring some stability, a selection panel with a former umpire, Aleem Dar, is appointed after Pakistan were humiliated in the first test. And what they do first thing? Drop the bombshell. Saurabh, Kingshuk, what to make of this?
Let Kingshuk start.
This is the sign of a great circus.
Okay.
It never stops. And the circus is so hilarious that the selection panel meeting and the PCB meeting happened without the two coaches being there, Jason Gillespie and Gary Kirsten. The person who attended the meeting as the mentor of a Champions Cup side, who is also a current player of the Pakistan Test squad, got dropped while discussing the same meeting.
Yeah, as per reports.
Sarfaraz did attend via video press conference. They did mention it.
Okay.
But the problem is, it's all about Babar now.
Yes.
Sarfaraz, was never in the scheme of things despite him being picked in the squad. For his name, he was picked. But is it okay to drop someone like Babar? Like, people have been saying that, okay, Virat was never dropped. Sachin probably in the late... Sachin was never dropped, in fact, officially never dropped. Ponting was dropped probably in his twilight in 2012. Very end of his career. Is Babar too big to be dropped? As in, why is the hue and cry? He hasn't performed in the last 18 innings. Why so much attention? Yeah, an out-of-form player is dropped. Can we look at it like that?
See, there are two ways to look at it. First thing is his Babar Azam. Whatever you might say about him, his form, his batting technique, he is currently Pakistan's biggest star. Even if he's not scoring runs, even if he's not the captain of Test side, he is their biggest star. Shan Masood is not the biggest star, it's Babar Azam. Okay, he has a fan army, which a lot of Pakistani journalists claim that it's a paid army. Babar Azam's elder brother pays them every month. He calls them...
Babar can't.
No, Babar does not go and meet these journalists because he wants to have that secrecy. And so his elder brother goes and meets them in a very, very sophisticated cafe of Lahore. That is what the Pakistani journalists claim. Second thing is, Babar Azam getting dropped. Pakistan Cricket Board has never said that he has been dropped.
Okay.
Pakistan Cricket Board in its official statement has said that Babar has been rested. He is the biggest superstar of our Pakistan cricket, and we are giving him rest so that he can recuperate and he can come back big. He's going through a lean patch. There's two ways to look at it. Fine. First thing, why can't he be dropped? Because, Pakistan cricket team, Babar Azam, he might be the greatest star, but, when Babar last scored test 50 or 100, whatever you might say, it was his last big score, Rishabh Pant was still playing before his accident happened. Rishabh Pant had a near fatal accident. He recovered. He made an IPL comeback. He won a T20 World Cup. He made a test comeback, scored a century. And his team won a test series. He missed a T20 series. He was rested. And then Babar Azam has played 18 test innings, no 50-plus score. So if a player is not performing, and more importantly, your team is not winning, last 6 test matches against under Shan Masood captaincy, Pakistan have not won. You take it in Australia, against Bangladesh, and now against England. So the pressure was always on Shan Masood and Gillespie. And there are reports which say that Masood and Gillespie, the captain of Test side and the head coach of Test side, they never wanted him to be dropped. Because they were saying that it's only going to ruin things for us. But this new selection committee of Pakistan cricket, so who are the selectors?
Aqib Javed.
Aqib Javed, a former Pakistan pacer who is currently he's known to nurture the talent for Lahore Qalandars, and he has always come out as a big critique of Babar Azam. He's assigned Afridi fan. He was the one who elevated Shaheen Afridi to captaincy of Lahore Qalandars. Okay. Then there is a data scientist who works for Islamabad United. And then there are two former umpire, Aleem Dar, and former cricketer Azhar Ali. So this is the new selection committee. Okay. Now they have dropped Babar. There is a lot of hue and cry in Pakistan. And a lot of people have come out and said that Babar Azam should not have been dropped. But if you ask me, I think Babar Azam should take this positively. Okay. Pakistan Cricket Board has never said that you have been dropped. Okay. You have been tested. You are going through a lull patch for like 2 years. Yeah. No test 50.
It's now, like the famous back spasm under Rahul Dravid.
Whatever you might
Virat
say.
Kohli's captaincy.
Whatever you might say. Yeah. So Babar Azam has been rested according to PCB. And he should take his time. He should go and play domestic cricket if possible. Qaeda-e-Azam Trophy, whatever he can play. And regain that form. Because you have to play a very good ODI series in Australia. See, World Test Championship is out of question for Pakistan now. Focus on preparing good for Champions Trophy. That is what I think.
I think one of the biggest, like the funniest bits is that if your coach and captain who have to drive the team in the second test match are in favor of you staying, then ideally you should stay. So this is a breach of trust between the selection committee and the team management as well. Now, from Pakistan's perspective, the team that they played in the first test match won't have four of its players in the second game. So what continuity do you have? Maybe the mistakes of the first test match could have been mended in the second. We could have given them a bigger run. But now that's not going to happen. Not only do they now not have an experienced bowling attack, they don't have an experienced batting attack as well. Whoever comes in the next test. So it's been argued that the match might be played in the same pitch used in the first test match. So essentially a day 6 pitch. Yeah. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And who is going to who's going to be answerable when the team fails? Would the brunt fall on Captain Shan Masood and Coach Gillespie, or should the brunt come to the selection panel that decided to take away 5 of the players from the playing squad?
So you are saying Babar Azam should not have been dropped?
I am saying that you cannot drop him mid-series for 2 tests.
Okay. So you are saying that either you should have not played him in an entire test series, or you should have let him play the entire test series.
Yeah, you cannot name a squad for 3 tests and then say that, oh, now rest kar raha tha usko, sorry, we forgot that. And you can't bench him for the next 2 test matches. Taking out of the squad essentially.
Yeah.
No, as far as I am concerned, this is one of the best moves from Pakistan cricket in, a long time. We've been criticizing. We've been criticizing Pakistan for, frequently changing their board itself, their selection panel, their captain. But they clearly know that against this England side, they can't win anymore.
Yes.
They have starting on a day 6 pitch, which is probably day 2, considering how well that pitch played, how true that pitch stayed. So I'm seriously talking, why give Babar Azam 4 more opportunities to fail and then, get the social media is toxic. Imagine Babar scoring another duck and, opening his Twitter feed, it's going to be full of unnecessary comments, hate and all that. So, that the series is gone. First test, you scored 500 and then lost by an innings. Probably you're going to set more such records. So, cut Babar Azam out, cut Naseem out, spare them from the horror, that's impending horror. That's going to happen. And give them time to reset. In a high profile series, more questions will be asked. If you don't score against Bangladesh, okay, fine. Already Shaheen was saying Zimbu. I don't know who he is.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that.
Zimbu.
So, you know what? For me, the biggest drama is not Babar Azam being dropped. The biggest drama is moments before Pakistan Cricket Board announced their squad, Fakhar Zaman comes out and says, look at what BCCI did with Virat Kohli. Yeah. And why are you dropping? How can you drop Babar Azam? Because now that you are a centrally contacted player, you have questioned PCB's move, cricket board's move. And there were reports coming before these murmurs that he might be considered for the limited overs captaincy, ODI captaincy or T20 captaincy. Now that he has done that, our news agency PTI has reported PCB is not very happy. Because PCB has a different motive around resting or dropping Babar. And Fakhar Zaman has come out and openly said it on social media. So now this might backfire for Fakhar Zaman.
Yeah.
So it's not just about Naseem Shah Shaheen Afridi and Babar Azam. Now, another superstar of Pakistan cricket, Fakhar Zaman, might feel the brunt of Pakistan cricket board.
Absolutely.
So, isn't this an absolute joke of a system? What's happening? Comedy of errors in Pakistan cricket. Absolute comedy of errors.
And I don't understand Mohsin Naqvi's deal also, right? Just before, everything now is a lead up to the Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have said that I will do the surgery on Pakistan cricket, I'll do the surgery on Pakistan
Now he has
cricket.
done it.
He has stolen the kidney, not done a surgery. That's not a surgery.
Heart.
Heart, whatever
Taking
it is,
away
whatever
heart.
that is.
You know, they have carefully worded that statement, Saurabh. Like you pointed out, we are confident that this break from international cricket will help these players regain fitness, confidence and composure. They have said break. They have not said whether they were dropped or whether they were rested. In a line they said rested, carefully considered. It was a tough task. The statement opens like this. It is a tough task selecting a squad from Pakistan tests.
Everybody was sweating in that panel once they signed on the dropping of Babar Azam.
Yeah.
And I think there were 4 or 5 meetings before announcing the
A
squad.
couple of meetings is what is being reported. But is this once you drop Babar, okay, to escape the wrath from the other troll army, let's drop Shaheen also.
Yeah.
To
Maybe,
escape,
maybe.
If you drop Shaheen, then he will be the only pacer who's dropped. Let's drop Naseem also.
Oh,
Sarfaraz,
I
you're also in the
understand.
meeting. Let's drop you also.
Oh, Sarfaraz, while we are at it, listen, you are not going to be the part as well.
Yeah.
My lord.
I just, it would have been lovely to be a fly on the wall too, in that
Absolutely.
selection meeting.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic selection meeting. But like I am saying, sort of like it's okay. It might do justice. Like one of our favorite writers, Osman, has written that maybe it might do good to Babar's form, but it has kind of dented the aura, right? He is no more that undroppable, that unmissable superstar of Pakistan cricket. But to be frank, he never was.
Okay.
Why are we comparing Babar to the likes of Virat? Yes, he might be the best player of this era for Pakistan. But look at the era for Pakistan. After probably Azhar Ali left, has there been any player of substance who can, probably bat 1.5 days and save a test match? Babar is the best of a Pakistan in a poor era is what I think. Look at those.
So are you saying Babar is Andho mein Kana Raja?
Oh,
I'm
no.
probably not getting the translation of it, but if it means that Babar is the best of a poor
Yeah,
generation,
that is what it means.
then yes. But if you look at, why are we even comparing him with Sachin, Virat and all of them?
Who
Virat,
compared it to?
No, so many people on
No,
social Fakhar is saying
you know
Virat
what,
can
you
get
know
the
what.
long rope. Why can't Babar?
Fakhar Zaman.
You know what,
In his prime, generally 28, 29 is considered peak for a cricketer, right? In his prime, 2 years of not scoring runs and not looking to score runs, not looking confident enough to score runs. Look at that for 2 innings against England. On a pitch, there was on a pitch where, bowling, it was called as the deathbed for bowlers. You were beaten on both edges and then you kind of edged one, gone. You made the England bowling lineup look far better than they were.
And England bowling lineup which had not bowled in Pakistan.
Absolutely.
Right. But
So-
you know what? I genuinely think that the social media was end of Babar. And for Shaheen also.
To be fair, a lot of things have been said about Babar. Babar himself never claimed it. But I think Babar was enjoying all the hype around that.
Absolutely.
It definitely
Babar
got
was
to his
enjoying.
head.
So,
Babar was enjoying. But at the same time, he's not able to handle the slump as well as, say, some of the ones he's being compared
so
to.
I'll give you one example. Did you guys watch Babar's dismissal in the last innings?
Yeah.
Outside
Okay.
edge.
Okay. So Babar comes to bat. He hits a beautiful boundary. On commentary was former PCB chief and former Pakistan cricketer Ramiz Aja. So what he says is, what a shot from Babar. Look at that bat angle. Can Shan Masood play that shot? The moment he says that, Babar gets out. Why will you overhype a player even if he's not scoring runs? This is what is happening in Pakistan cricket. You have overhyped a normal cricketer. So when Ravi Shastri came out and said that Shaheen Afridi is not an outstanding bowler, he's just a normal good bowler, there was outrage in Pakistan. What has Shaheen Afridi done for Pakistan cricket? T20Is, ODIs, just name me one good match winning performance in last 2 years. I think today is the anniversary when India hunted Pakistan in Ahmedabad. When we are recording this podcast.
Yeah.
So what has this Pakistan team done?
Yeah.
So apart from beating India by 10 wickets, which Salman Bhatt pointed out, so you are playing on a pitch where toss played a very important role because chasing became very easier. Why? Because dew was coming down harder and that was COVID era where you had to sanitize the ball after every ball, after every boundary. So now the bowler was not getting anything.
Yeah.
So yes, you were good,
Yeah.
but you were held by other conditions around you in beating India.
Yeah.
India were poor in that
Simple,
match.
yeah. India had KL Rahul in that match.
In-
Let's move past.
No, this is very harsh.
No.
KL Rahul in his bat form also will bat better than Babar Azam can ever bat.
Yeah, in Test cricket.
In any form of cricket.
Yeah.
Even when KL Rahul bats at a cycle of 18 T20Is, he knows that there is a Babar Azam who will bat at a cycle of 16 T20Is. So Babar Azam, overhyping Babar Azam,
Overhyping is not a problem. People do that. Australian all-rounders are being compared to...
Yes, exactly, you're right.
Compared to...
Overhyping is not a problem,
But buying into that hype.
And players think, okay, now I am the GOAT.
Yeah. There was an interesting school of thought on social media, on Twitter, when they said, it's really funny. It's not how it should have been interpreted, but I'm just putting out the interpretation because it's fun. When Babar said that this too shall pass to Virat Kohli, probably people are saying that one comment said, probably he wanted to make a statement. Okay, Virat, you're no more Virat. I am there.
I agree with this.
Next person big thing has arrived.
Because I have heard, and I know for sure that you both must have also heard that these Indian Pakistan cricketers, they are very good friends off the field. They were earlier also in last few generations, 80s, 90s, 2000. So every time a player was going through a rough patch, he or she will come and ask his senior player from other team, from Pakistan, a Pakistan player to Indian player, an Indian player to a Pakistan player, off social media, off limelight, and they will ask, what is wrong, what should I do? No, and if somebody had to convey something, they will go and convey it personally. I don't think there were mobiles back then. They will message people or whatever. Now, this Pakistan team is all about show off. When Shaheen Afridi had to give something to Bumrah, it was a very good gesture. I'm not questioning gesture. But he had to put PCB's camera. PCB had to put camera over there. To show, oh my God, Shaheen Afridi is such a great human being. This is not the first time that a cricketer had gifted somebody anything. Babar Azam saying this, if you really felt bad for Virat Kohli, you were meeting him on the field. Every year, we might not play battle series against Pakistan. We play in ICC tournaments, AC tournaments. You meet him. You could have told him.
Inzamam gifted so many of his wickets. Getting run out. Did he put that on social media?
Sachin gifted his bat to Shahid Afridi.
But you know what? I don't kind of agree to what you're saying.
That is the argument.
No, not that bit. That buying into the hype bit that you're talking about.
Probably. I have a feeling that he probably...
No, it definitely
believes that he's as good as Virat.
It or maybe better at that point of time. I don't know. But I definitely think that it went to his head that he's the next big thing and he is the thing. Right?
Yeah.
And that was aided by Ramiz Raja's tenure in the PCB, where Babar and Rizwan became the thing, where they would bat at 8 run rate or whatever, 160 kar diya, and Pakistan would defend the matches or whatever. That solidified their position. And include that with the paid hype of Babar Azam, Shaheen and Rizzi. And they were the gods of the three big gods of Pakistan.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But when it fell, even when the runs were coming, you could argue that they were coming in flat decks.
Absolutely, you're right.
It's not like that they went to England and won Test Series 3-0, went to South Africa and won a Test Series 3-0. Aisa to kuch tha nahi. But then, when the criticism comes, when the slump comes, which it comes for everyone, what Pakistan media did was eat them alive. That is something that should not, like, if I'm backing you, I would back you to the hilt, right? Something that maybe the BCCI has done. The BCCI is the best example of what happened to Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli in Test cricket between 2020 to 2023 was not good at all. But not once did you see the speculation from BCCI that aaj isko drop kar dete hain. Whenever they would think that this series was not as important for us, Virat Kohli would be rested. You take your time.
Do you think you will drop? I can drop Kohli. Do you think I can drop Rohit? No. But that's Gautam Gambhir, when addressing the press on his birthday, which is Monday.
When we are recording
the podcast. Very, on behalf of the Sledging Room, we wish him a very happy
birthday.
And he said, I can't be judging a player after every match. It's unfair on my part as a coach. It's unfair on the player. It's kind of, was it a statement to the, according to the current situation? He was asked, by the way, like some of the senior players in the team haven't performed well. He just shut it down there itself. I can't be judging these players after every match. My job is to back them. My job is to select the best 11 and not drop anyone. Gambhir has had a very good, term for that.
He's learned these words.
Yeah.
No,
He's
but
learned it well.
But that's straightforward.
And he also said that we don't drop somebody, we select the playing 11, right?
Yeah.
So, Pakistan could have also done it.
Yeah.
We selected the playing 11 for the second test. But no, with Pakistan, everybody has to be about drama.
And you know what? When Gautam Gambhir comes out, as you rightly pointed out, when Gautam Gambhir comes out, when Rahul Dravid used to come out,
Even
when
Ravi
Ravi Shastri
Shastri.
used to come out, they knew that BCCI will back them. They are the
That's
men.
the difference.
They are the men who will take. They and the selection committee will sit together. The head of selection committee, the head coach, the captain will sit together and decide a forming 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what happens in Pakistan? As per reports, the test captain and the test coach wanted somebody, but the selection committee does not want him.
What, as per report, 2 hours of emergency meeting happened after the first test,
Yeah.
and nobody had any clue. And then reports come out that Shan Masood wanted Babar to be in.
That is what-
then a wholesale change. So where is the communication? There is no communication.
That is what I'm saying. No, that is what I'm saying. These are reports that Shan Masood wanted, because Shan Masood has not come out and said that I wanted Babar to be retained. Gillespie has not come out and said it. So I'm putting that part on reports.
Kal press conference hai na, pata chalega.
They will not say it because they know that they're very. The moment they said it, PCB said, okay, bye bye. Next press release. Jason Gillespie steps down. Next press release. Shan Masood replaced by Bumrahs. It's as simple as that in Pakistan cricket. That's what happens. What do you think? Did Babar Azam himself step down from captaincy twice without playing an ODI?
And that is what probably should have happened. Babar, Shaheen, Rizwan should have had the understanding of, if their body wasn't 100%, if they were mentally not 100% in the game, they probably should have stepped down or rested from irrelevant T20I series against, say, somebody like New Zealand.
When you're fighting for your place, when you don't know who will be the next captain, who will be the next number 3, it's difficult to say that, I want to be rested. It's not a stable system where Virat can not play an entire England series and then come back as the first choice for when India play Bangladesh, India play Sri Lanka.
My biggest question now is, now you've selected a young pool of players who have been performing well in domestic cricket for Pakistan.
What if they fail?
They have been set up for failure. Okay, they are playing against England. What if they perform and they help you win this next test
Both
match?
ways, it's a problem.
Yeah, biggest problem is, what if they perform and help the likes of Mehran Mumtaz, the likes of Kamran Ghulam, the likes of what is that guy's name?
Mohammad Huraira.
Shoaib Malik's nephew. So these cricketers, if these young cricketers can perform against England and help Pakistan make a comeback, what will happen next?
Retirement for Babar.
I want to see that phase. Because Pakistan cricket, India Cricket Board, when it says that a player is listed, a player is listed.
By that time, what will happen is that the selection panel will change again and Babar will come back again.
Babar is going to be the test captain.
Yes.
So from here, the next part of the drama is Babar becoming the test captain.
Yeah, that is the arc.
Yeah.
That is essentially
The best tweet which I have seen in last 2-3 days is, somebody should put a camera on PCB's head office and wherever Pakistan is playing, you are going to have one of the best sports documentaries in the history of cricket.
Yeah.
You will love every inch of the drama that is happening in Pakistan right now.
Sports Big Boss.
Big Boss is also scripted. Pakistan Cricket Board. Even the PCB chief does not know what he is going to do in the next moment.
Yeah. As we speak, probably Babar has been appointed captain.
And you know what? Before Pakistan squad was announced, Babar was heading back to Lahore. Okay, mera baba hai, main ja raha hu ghar pe apne.
And you know what? And you know what? This conversation that we are having is not hating on Pakistan cricket.
No.
It's not hating on Pakistan cricket at all. But at some point of time, instead of arguing player versus player, oh, Babar is the next Virat Kohli, MS is the next Virat Kohli, you have to criticize your own board. That what are you doing?
Of
Where
course,
is the stability?
no one in the room would deny that Babar is a good player. He might not be a
very
great
good player. He's a very good player.
But what has happened over the last 2-3 years is...
and
I would not discount the players' responsibility also from this. If you're not scoring runs for 2 years,
absolutely,
it's your responsibility to say that, okay, at least you should have said that I don't want to play these, like you said, inconvenient what do you call it, inconsequential T20I series and all that. But when you're struggling, when you're fighting for your place and all that, it's an amalgamation of everything. It's my one simple question, to just put round to this conversation,
okay,
is being a Pakistan cricketer tougher than being an Indian cricketer?
Right now it is. Definitely it is. Because, if someone like Babar Azam, Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah, they do not get the backing of PCB, who will get backing of PCB in Pakistan cricket?
Yeah.
Shan Mashood became the captain. Look at what happened to him in the press conference. Do you go and ask a national team captain, आपको आप बेगैरत हो, आपको you don't have any self-respect? Where will you see this? Can you see this in Indian cricket? That journalist will be thrown out and you will not see him in India.
It's
a lot of senior journalists in India, the moment they started questioning, they were stopped from, they could not visit the press conferences.
I don't.
That's another bad thing.
No, it's not.
Those two.
It's not about good and bad.
Yeah.
I'm saying
that
you can't disrespect national.
As a journalist, you yourself will know where to draw the line. You can probably ask, why are you not stepping down as captain?
And also there's a way to ask the question. Don't
you think it's time for you to step down as captain?
If you look at Pakistan, if you go on Twitter, you put Pakistan sports, okay, or Pakistan cricket, you'll see at least 8 Pakistani sports journalists who they claim that they are sports journalists. They will tweet anything and everything for getting likes and comments.
Yeah.
Okay. There are a lot of those. Some of them will back Shaheen, some of them will back Babar, some of them will be licking the boots of the legendary PCB chief right now, Mohsin Naqvi. Okay.
Yeah.
And they all have their own fragments. They all have their own agendas. So for me, if you ask a Pakistani cricketer, why do you think a talented cricketer like what is the name of that opener, the wicketkeeper who went to UAE and then he went to came back to Pakistan?
The guy who played the T20
right? World Cup. They played and he could not perform. Usman Khan. He could not perform.
Yeah.
Why did he leave PCB and go to UAE cricket? And then when he performed in the PSL, then Ramiz Raja had to go and talk to him. And then he came back to Pakistan. What was that? There's a lot of insecurity in Pakistan cricket.
Yeah.
Because you never know what is going to happen. All these cricketers, So
there is a mad story, about Pakistan cricket. So some random day, Ramiz Raja has gone to Multan to watch a under 13 game. Okay? And we know how big the Multan stadium is, how big the sheds are. So under 13 game, some kid has come out, stepped out and hit the ball for a 6 outside of the stadium. And Ramiz Raja is like, you are under 13. Koi sharam hai tumko?
This happened.
This has happened. This is a documented story. And that is essentially what's wrong with Pakistan cricket. That there are systematic grassroots, there are systematic issues. And a 28-year-old can only play an under 13 game if there is politics involved and if everybody has their eyes shut, right?
Yeah.
That is Pakistan's deal.
My concern is a weak Pakistan side. As in, Pakistan have been, what do they call? Unquiet. Pakistan have been unpredictable for a long period of time.
No, they are predictable now.
Now they're predictably poor. That's a really bad thing for Asian cricket.
When King Shuk said the story, I heard a story from Pakistan cricket yesterday. So Pakistan Cricket Board has bagged a local league. Okay, it's a local league in Punjab where districts are playing. So there is a team which is owned by a rich guy. Obviously, teams are owned by rich guys. So when he bought that team, he told the coach that I will buy this team only when you make my child the captain, the opening bowler and the opening batter. And he's playing as an opening bowler, opening batter, and the wicketkeeper and the captain in that side. This is Pakistan cricket for you.
The Champions Cup, it's a 900 million Pakistan rupee ka thing. Where is this money coming from? How will you pay your players? Kisi ko bhi aap pay nahi kar paoge. And Champions Cup was supposed to unearth talents from the country. Who did you unearth?
Babar.
Sarfaraz Ahmed.
Babar finding form there.
Babar scored 100. Brilliant 100.
Wahi baat hai. Again, StatPadded that one list 100 there. Kaam khatam. That is the issue. Everybody has their eyes shut in Pakistan.
But definitely for me, being a Pakistan cricketer is much tougher than being an Indian cricketer. Especially in the last 4 or 5 years, what has happened in Pakistan cricket.
Babar Azam, greater than Virat Kohli. We probably
maybe in some other universe, some other dimension.
But moving ahead, Saurabh, as in if we keep talking about Pakistan cricket, we don't know where to end. We don't know the head and tail of this conversation. What do you make of Bumrah's appointment as a vice captain? One, for at least like 6 months, India did not have a designated test vice captain. Gill was being made the limited overs vice captain. Bumrah test vice captain, potentially the next captain. There are reports that said Rohit might not be available for the Perth test. Bumrah captain, what do you guys think? As in like vice captain, ascendancy to the leadership position.
I was very happy when I saw that tweet. King Shuk saw that tweet and he pointed out, Bumrah has become the vice captain. And I was reading at home, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Very good move. finally someone who has proved himself in this format has been given that leadership position. Because Bumrah has been performing for you. He is an unmarked champion. And now when you're going to Australia, when it's all but confirmed that Rohit may not play the first test match, the first test against Australia, you need someone of substance to lead you. KL Rahul cannot lead you. I'm sorry. But whatever KL Rahul has done, he is a very good test player for us, but he can't lead you.
Why is KL Rahul in the fray to become the vice captain or the captain of the Indian Test
He
team?
was in the fray. I'm not saying he is right now. He was in the
But
fray.
if you remember
Yeah.
that in the 2021-2022 season, Bumrah was our vice captain. So this is
KL led you in a test series in South Africa.
Bumrah also led you in Birmingham Test against England.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So
But
you
then
can't
Bumrah got
discount that-
injured.
Then Bumrah got injured.
You
That's the
can't
point.
discount
That
the
Bumrah
fact
got
that
injured.
KL Rahul was a candidate, probably is still a candidate, I don't know.
Now, nobody knows that. But now, when Bumrah has become the vice captain and looking at whatever happens in the New Zealand Test series, he is going to lead India supposedly in the first test of Border Gavaskar Trophy against Australia. This is going to be one of a kind battle. Pat Cummins, an Australian pacer, against Jasprit Bumrah, an Indian pacer. Both pace spearheads of their bowling attack. And now they are going to lead each other's team. Pat Cummins is an experienced campaigner. He's won everything that has to be won, apart from winning a test series against India in Australia. And Bumrah
Or in India also, right?
Bumrah has led India in one test match, which he lost, unfortunately. So it's going to be an amazing battle. Pressure on both of them, and I will love this battle.
But what about the workload, Saurabh? As in, it's going to be a 5-test series.
Absolutely.
And for the first time, India are going to play 5 tests since 1991 or something in Australia. Was it needed to elevate Bumrah now, or should they have waited till the end of this?
No, but if you talk about work load, Bumrah is not playing T20Is. He did not play the ODI series against Sri Lanka, whereas Rohit and Virat were playing.
Yeah.
So we are giving him that rest. Okay, you want him to play. I don't think he will play all 3 test matches of New Zealand, but you never know. I did not know that. I did not think that Bumrah will play the first 2 test matches, but he was played and he was managed very properly. He was not given spells of 20 overs. So they are managing his working spell. Bumrah, Rohit Sharma, Gambhir, they are doing that job properly. So I think it's a very good move right now, because you need someone who because Bumrah is a confident guy.
Yeah.
He has led you to a T20 World Cup win. Okay, he was very good in the ODI World Cup. You might not have won it. And in test side, he is again a champion bowler against England, against Bangladesh. Wherever you put him, he gives you wickets when you need him.
Yeah.
So he is that confident guy, and you need someone confident to lead you when you go to Australia. This is what I think. If Rohit is not there,
And it's also a nod to what Bumrah has done.
yes.
So when Bumrah, I think the majority of his early test matches were outside of India because he was injured. And then questions were like, oh, bahar bowling karta hai, so he has good stats. Those will be leveled when he comes to India. His average is some 13 or 15 when he's bowling at India.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous, right? Yeah. So it is a nod to him also that, wow, you are our best player. We keep saying that Bumrah is the best fast bowler that we have ever seen. You guys keep saying it.
No,
Yeah,
probably Bumrah is the best Indian test cricketer at the moment.
Then that nod has to be given.
Yeah.
At some point of time. I don't care about the workload bit and all of that, because what is workload? ठीक है, rest कर दो, play that test match without a vice captain, who cares?
No, what if he's needed to captain his side and he probably is not available?
That is one way to look at it. That is one way to look at it, obviously. But that can happen
so
to
many contingencies.
anyone,
And
right?
you know what? In this Indian team right now, especially since Dravid became the head coach and since he took, not just about Gautam Gambhir, in the last 2-3 years, we have seen this team has a plan for everything. They have contingency plans for everything.
Yeah. And they have also a lot of leaders in the side. It's not like
They have
Virat is a former captain. Rishabh Pant is there. So
And we're very lucky to have, 8 out of 11 players who don't look clueless on the field.
Yeah.
Who don't have to be told where
Yeah,
you
even
need to field.
in the IPL, we have some established captains. Ravindra Jadeja, for instance.
Please don't make fun of us.
No.
You just to make sure that Dhoni is great, you are undermining Ravindra Jadeja. This is not done.
That was not my intent. He is capable of, he's a senior test pro.
Yeah.
He's one of India's biggest match winners in tests. So
Absolutely
I meant it that way. Not the other way around. Yes, I started with Jadeja before I could go on to Rishabh Pant and all that. You guys stopped me. So that's it. Yeah. But at the same time, Saurabh, we have spoken about, the brighter aspects of Indian cricket. Women's T20 World Cup, to be fair, has been a disappointment. You can mince words, you can say that this and that. But not reaching the semi-final, we knew that this group was tough. So we expected India to probably be on their A game. when they got battered against New Zealand, we still thought, okay, there could be a response from them. Unfortunately, against Pakistan, they missed out on a very good opportunity to improve the net run rate, which we spoke in the previous episode as well. A good performance against Sri Lanka. But against Australia, again, I don't know. I don't know how to assess that batting performance from India when they were chasing 152.
If to assess that batting performance, I will quote Mithali Raj from 2015. When pressure comes, we fall down. We are not able to take pressure as a batting unit. And this has been the story for every IC tournament that Indian women team has played. Okay, you have star players like Smriti Mandhana. What has she done in an IC knockout game?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me one thing. What has she done? Harmanpreet Kaur, people are questioning her decision to take a single in the last over. Yes, absolutely questionable decision. But still, now you can say that it was because of Harmanpreet that you have a net run rate better than New Zealand. You were getting bowled out before 120, 130 if Harmanpreet had not batted in the last over.
Yeah. And in a very somber way, she also spoke about, she was actually very, very, straightforward in her assessment of the match. She said, Australia have a lot of players who can contribute. That is probably the truth.
And one more question, okay? So, people were out for Rahul Dravid's head when we failed to reach the T20 World Cup final. And we lost to England by 10 wickets. What about Amul Majumdar? You lost to Sri Lanka in Asia Cup final. You could not win Asia Cup. Now you are on the verge of getting eliminated in the group stage.
Yeah.
What have you done with the team?
And, to be fair, more than the results, for instance, when Rahul Dravid took over the Indian team, probably he helped India play a different brand of T20 cricket, shed the fear of failure. With Gambhir, it's been like pushing the boundaries. Yes, Dravid has already done so much. But unfortunately with Amol Majumdar, I don't see what contribution he and his coaching staff have done to the team in terms of playing a different brand of style. Shafali used to be aggressive under W.V. Raman also.
Yeah.
But what has happened? Has he helped Smriti Mandhana become a better batter?
So in the last 2 years, you had two batters who could go and attack from ball one. Risha Ghosh and Shefali Verma, still the same case. Renuka Singh is your one and only outright pacer.
Yeah.
Okay, you have got good spin options.
Yeah.
Apart from that, what is Deepti Sharma doing in that team?
Yeah.
When has she last won a T20 game for you? Apart from that 1-6 in the 100 final, what has she done with the batting in WPL also?
Yeah.
Okay, and one more thing, what my biggest question mark from me is, if you want this Indian women's team to perform well, do not keep short boundaries in WPL. Because these same cricketers hit long sixes because of the short boundary in WPL, and we say, okay, we have got our batting firepower. When they come and play international cricket, the boundaries are back to the normal ropes, and then you see.
Are you saying that WPL has a PSL syndrome?
I'm not saying that. I am questioning. This is the.
But that is the issue with the Pakistan cricket, right? That they will keep 55 meters boundary in PSL.
No. Pakistan cricket has a different issue. Pakistan cricket is managed by a board that does not know what to do.
PSL specifically.
No. I'm talking about the entire Indian cricket is managed by BCCI, which is giving you everything that you're asking for, and you deserve it because you have earned it. As simple as that. And I'm not questioning your performance because you have gotten whatever you've gotten. I am questioning your performance because you are experienced players. And you are supposed to finish in the top 4 at least when you're playing an ICC tournament.
I think that lack of fight is what was a little disappointing.
Yeah.
You should have, as in like when you say that we want to emulate what the men's team did, you need to do what the men's team did, right?
Did they say it?
Of course.
Yes, they said it before the World Cup. Deepti Sharma came out and said it. Harmanpreet came out and said
Jemima
it.
said it.
VVS Lakshman came out and said it.
These
problem
guys
is,
made a whole thing about taking inspiration from the Sachin knock in Sharjah. And none of that was seen against Australia. And when you're batting second on a night game, that has to be better. But the real issue is that UAE is cursed.
Oh yeah.
We just don't do well in UAE.
I will take your point. UAE is cursed. What happened when you played in South Africa? Did you win the tournament or did you reach the final? What happened there? When you played, your best performance is reaching a final in Australia. You were absolute at your A game. Then what you did was, your best performer, Poonam Yadav, was dropped because she could not bat. Understandable. Fine. Now you have WPL side. You have given debuts to a lot of players in T20 series. And now you come, there are 4 group games. You have to win at least 3. There are 2 very good teams and you lose to both teams.
Yeah.
You nearly lose to Pakistan and you put a good performance against a team that was out of sorts, Sri Lanka. So we will question you.
This sounds like the 2021 campaign
Exactly.
of the
India
Indian men's
losing to
team.
Pakistan and New Zealand.
You know what? I hope that this is that watershed moment for this team where
Of
they
course.
Even I
say
hope
that,
Even I hope
you know, this is done. We are not taking games deep anymore. Because today Amol Mazumdar came and said that we asked Harmanpreet to take the game deep because we thought that that's the only way to win it. I said, chuck that whole thing. Finish your games in 15 overs. Yesterday that could have been done, but it wasn't.
Come on, Smriti, become Rohit.
And you know what? While we are talking, there is still a game which could decide our future in that Women's T20 World Cup. If Pakistan can beat New Zealand, they have defeated New Zealand in a T20 series. If they beat New Zealand, we can go through.
Yeah.
But still, if
We
you
might go through. That's also not given, is it?
absolutely right.
Calculations
The
come.
calculation will come.
But I just
depending-
want to ask whether you'll be able to create a stir in the semi-finals if you go through this way. As in, like, I don't think India deserve a semi-final spot.
It is not about. See, I agree with you that India do not deserve a semi-final spot, but if they get it, I hope they utilize it. If they get this chance, if Pakistan help their neighbors India, I hope because New Zealand were relying on Australia, their neighbors, and Australia helped New Zealand.
Because
Tigers
this was the best chance to beat Australia, man. They aren't at their usual best. They're dropping
injury
catches.
concerns.
They are not fully on strength, like you said. But we fell short. And my gripe is with the final over. I did not watch the whole match. I watched the last 5-6
Way
overs.
before that, we both were discussing that the game was gone well before at the 15th over mark.
But still,
when
don't
you were
take a
getting
single,
run out,
yaar.
when you were
The
getting
these decisions cost.
See,
I will tell you one simple thing. Okay,
When
people are questioning
Richard
Harmanpreet.
Bush-
I agree with your questioning. Did you see what happened in the 18th and 19th over?
Yeah, the one run over. Yeah.
One run over.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
next over, Harmanpreet was running for everything.
Yeah.
She was gasping for breath.
Yeah.
The conditions were very tough.
yeah.
Then she expects. What is that cricketer's name?
Shriyanka Patil.
Shriyanka Patil, an
Should
absolute
have
flop.
run. Should have
Absolute
run.
flop cricketer. Okay, you concede a 6 on the last ball. Okay, young cricketer will learn. Understand? How did she get out? Did you see how did she get out? You are not on the line. You are not away from the line. What were you doing?
No, most importantly, fielding, running
And you
between
know
the
what?
wickets.
Now I
Richa
will-
Ghosh,
yeah.
however destructive she is, she has been very poor with her running between
Yeah.
the wickets. You saw she took time to get off the game, and you have given up. You had given up by the time you
And
crossed
that
the
I think
halfway
is the
mark.
fitness concern.
Exactly.
Because I was
Exactly.
talking about
That
this
is- that
in
is
the
why
last
I said
podcast.
that
That fitness will come to fore.
That is
in
our
these
question.
conditions.
That is our
Who
question.
won WPL?
RCB.
Okay, so RCB had 4 cricketers in this test side.
Asha Shobna, Smriti
Asha Shobna,
Mandhana,
Smriti
Shriyanka
Mandhana,
Patil.
Shriyanka Patil, and Richa Ghosh. Asha Shobna got ruled out of the Australia game minutes before the game because of fitness issues. Fine. Now these 3 cricketer players, what did Smriti Mandhana do? Play 12 balls, score 6 runs. Richa Ghosh, absolute flop performance. Got run out because she can't run. What is the girl's name? Shriyanka Patil. 4 overs, 32 runs, and then 0 ball, 0 run out. So your team which won that league was these players, they can't win you matches for India. Whether it's CU Australian team, there are 2 players from that team that played the WPL final, Ellis Perry, and I think the woman who bowled the 17th over, who conceded 1 run.
Litchfield,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah. They came and they outperformed you. They gave their best performance in a much needed win game for Australia. So this is what I needed.
I think it's just pressure. Yeah. Like, again, I keep coming back to that
It's-
2021.
no, it's all-
just pressure.
No, it's not just pressure for women's team. Because these men's team, they were reaching the semi-finals and the finals. This women's team has reached 1 final and apart from that has done nothing.
It's, you can, I don't know where, as in like he said, probably this should be the watershed moment. The men's team were very poor in their approach of T20
We're
cricket.
very behind in terms of modern
well,
T20
yeah,
cricket.
Exactly. Very, at least like we
Cowardice
were,
cricket, if you can say that.
yeah. We were competing with Pakistan, to be fair, at that time. For taking pride in
And Pakistan
competing with
defeated 10 by 10
Yeah,
wickets.
but that was a level of cricket. I hope that probably a captaincy change happens. Probably Harmanpreet can just focus on her batting and not worry about captaincy at this stage of her career. Smriti can take over. The WPL winning captain can take over.
And not score runs again.
Probably play a different brand of cricket. Like, you can't, I from whatever I've seen in how the men's team has played cricket over the last 2 years, the moment you shed the fear of failure, the moment you get the backing from the support staff, backing from the captain, you can do wonders, is what I think. That's probably Probably I can't say that I don't want them to reach the semi-final, whether they reach there or
But
not.
you don't deserve to reach the semi-final with
That's
this
what I
performance.
said.
That is what
That's
you're saying.
exactly
Absolutely right.
Yeah. So probably this is a watershed moment for them. And, today has been that kind of a day where we have juggled between emotions, had fun. And I think it's time we ask our listeners and viewers also to share their feedback. You can send your feedback on 8588-966-996. You can also email us at pods@indiatoday.com. If you're listening to us on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast and Spotify, please do rate us. And if you watched us on YouTube, please leave your comment. We'll be very happy to learn your feedback. Thank you. Have a great week.